Well, she's back for some more upgrades. This is Carlos's SwampAss's Honda Rubicon 2016 Honda Deluxe with the IRS. We are just kind of giving it some a little bit more maintenance things, a little upgrades, little repairs here and there, simple little things. One of the main things, I guess, is, well, first of all, this exhaust. This is the exhaust I installed right after Nationals, and he went through the bounty hole at River Run, and it's pretty well clogged up. This wheel bearing down there needs new bushings just on that side. I do have a new rope over there on the bench that's going to be in the tiger tail and rebuild the tiger tail. He's got another stripped out drain plug. Another stripped out drain plug into the rear differential this time. So all that in the back end is going to be addressed. And the main thing, I guess, that he did bring it over for is that these seals right here are leaking front and rear. He just replaced this rear one before the last ride, leaking again. So we'll have to see what I can do with the shafts. Same with the front here. So, and he said he cleaned it up before he brought it over. So yeah, I mean, everything's still running good. Spark plugs look fine. We're just gonna go over the whole update, give it a little service, maybe put a new wrap on this just from it rubbing and catching and heating and everything. I don't think there's anything with the front, even though the front's got to come off in order for the, of course, the drive shaft to come out. Toe plate, all that's still working wonderfully. I think I've rubbed off on him a little bit because he is starting to upgrade this thing. He did install a set of grips, so he's been busy. Yeah. Anyways, other than that, like I said, there's the rope. Here's some of the parts and seals. So gonna get ready and start installing them. There's no tires and wheels for anyone that really hasn't seen them. He was supposed to get beadlocks. They didn't send him the beadlock ones, and everything's rusted up already. So live and learn, I guess. Alright, so just digging my way through this thing, trying to get to everything. The axles are stuck in the differential, so I got those soaking down right now. Got some of the things pulled off. The exhaust is off, so that's where I'm going to start with it. And so this is still a fairly new exhaust, so it should be hopefully go pretty easy. Hopefully nothing's rusted up in there. But once you drill out all these rivets right here, and you take your end cap off there, there's this little O-ring seats all the way around there. Pop that off, and then I'm just kind of hitting it on it, or making it slide out on its own, because there's a lot of weight in here now with all that mud packed in here. So this is supposed to be reset a little bit more. So yeah, you're just going to keep on bringing that out, and then once I get that out, we'll see what's in there. Okay, so a little change of plans in the exhaust, because I forgot that the Mudslinger has a different type of packing and anything. So this packing that's in this is a solid piece. Apparently it doesn't split. I can't find any seams anywhere. Anyways, it's like they just slid it on, and then they put this cap around here. So that side's clean, but the side that's not clean is the part that came out, which is all of that. And you can just see it clogged up. So what I plan on doing is getting like a wire wheel bore and being able to slide it in there and clean up all these, because this packing really doesn't look that bad. I mean, you can see there's some stuff in there, nothing terrible, other than in here, clogged up. That's got to go. Packing's fine. We're not going to do the steel wool yet. The canister is just that. It's just a canister. Had to take off the badge to allow it to slip in and out there. So this tiger tail, the rope is swollen. It's filled with water, mud. It doesn't really work that well. It doesn't retract anymore. So I'm going to take this apart. Going to be probably cleaning this out, re-greasing it, resealing it, and adding the new rope that you kind of see here. What's really nice about this tiger tail, though, is that everything is serviceable. You can get the bushings, which we are going to do the bushings, the rod, probably the drum, and that seal next go around. But it's not that bad yet. So yeah, we're just going to run it the way it is. And it's got plenty of tension on there now. Everything retracts fine. Retracts good, retracts tough. So tiger tail is done, rebuilt, and you guys can see it in plenty more videos coming up. Okay, so I know it's jumped ahead and everything, but the process was actually pretty slow going, just because both of the axles did not want to come out of his differential. So both, you push it in, get that C-clip going, and then pull it back out. Well, both of his splines and everything were all so dry. I mean, that's even penetrating oil did not affect it at all. So, long story short, both shafts ended up coming out of the cups, and there's another one over there. Had to pull the boots off, and then what I used to as a slide hammer, if the cage is still intact, you can get the this is just a blind hole bearing puller from Harbor Freight. Put that in there, expand it out so it grabs the cup on the back side, and then you just start pounding it out. That was my backup plan. Did not work for this side. This side, it finally ended up coming out, and then I could push the other cup out. So once that was out, pretty straightforward. Got so far the oil's draining. The shaft is cleaned up. I haven't pulled out that seal yet, and yeah. So we'll go from there. Good news on the rear differential is that it is not stripped out on his drain plug. When I was pulling it off when it was here, I mean, it did not. It felt really tight and like it was cross-threaded. I mean, it felt cross-threaded 100%. So I don't know if there was a dirt in between the crush washer here, or if the I just don't know. But anyways, once I got past that point, it did back out pretty freely. It almost looked like the threads were maybe starting to strip out. So I went ahead and just ran a tap through there anyways just to clean it up, and we'll put a new washer on there, and I think he'll be good to go. Oil still look clean, so that's always a plus. Just gonna clean up all the surfaces, and that way the O-rings see it real nice. Once you take that front bracket out right there and that bottom nut that goes into that hole, you just slide the differential up, and then you can get that drive shaft out. Of course, those drive shafts will all be cleaned up. Just trying to clean up some of the engine case before I pull that seal out there. That seal will come out. I'm going to try to see how bad the scoring is on the shaft. Hopefully it's not that bad, especially there and in the back. As a way that I get some of these seals out, it doesn't work every time. I just took an old screwdriver and bent that tip, and you can kind of put it in there. They make a seal puller that looks kind of like this too. You put that in there, so clamp on it like that. And there you go, those seals out. Like I said, I think I'm gonna get the tool, but works in a pinch. Pretty simple. And just a shot of the part numbers for the rear seal, the front seal, and some of the O-rings there for the drive shaft. Okay, so cleaned up the shafts a little bit and installed both seals. This one, all I used was a 1-inch deep well socket, fit over that shaft perfectly. And then on the rear right here, just used this piece of pipe that I had laying around, leveled it out, and pushed it in the rest of the way, and just kind of tapped the rest of it in with that extension. Just get it nice and seated. I tried to use a little different section of it because, I mean, there is a little bit of room in and out, so along with clean up the shaft plate, or the shaft surfaces and everything else with some new grease on there, I don't think we'll have another issue. I mean, of course, we're going to have an issue with this front one just because it is constantly going out. I mean, I had a 420 Rancher, and it's just inevitable. I mean, it is what it is. It's the most common issue with it. So just about ready to go ahead and reinstall everything, and we can get him on his way. And then I'm about to just throw this thing back in there now and rivet it back up. Right here I'm using a 3/16 big one for around the canister. There's 6 of them, and a 3/32 small one for the badge here. The badge one had to come out, so this would slide in out because the rivets were holding it in. So that's going to come out, and then so this is going to go in last. Everything is just getting bolted back in. It's all straightforward, very simple stuff. Of course, I'm going to anti-seize all of his splines in that rear axles because I'm not about to fight with that again or anyone else. As always, if you can, anytime you have any of these components apart back here, do that. Pop the axles out, clean them up, anti-seize them if you can. So, moving on, next will be the exhaust and this axle here. Okay, well, it is all finished up. I know I did not film much just because a lot of things on this that were done, just repetitive, just maintenance stuff. Like I said, cleaned up the exhaust, had to rebuild the boots on the inner two axles because they separated because everything was seized up in there. So I added some anti-seize, put it in there. I mean, you guys pop your drive shaft seals in, added fluid, put in differential. It's, you know, the wrapping a header is, there's nothing to it. Just wrap it tight, soak it down. Tiger tails all tight, working very nicely. That thing will get a full-blown rebuild with bushings and everything in it next time, seals. I mean, it's just basic stuff that really doesn't need to be videoed, that you guys haven't seen before or done before, adding fluids and put on tires and stuff like that. So clean the air filter, but everything else so far is holding up real well from the first time. Winch is working good, the toe plate right there is working fine, just everything. So he's actually coming to pick it up now to either go ride or for the next upcoming ride. Sadly, this is the last project, Carlos's Rubicon. It's the last project that's going to be hitting this shop. That's all I'm going to say about that for right now, but big things are to come.